goodness. Ball just hits. That was a no-nonsense strike. What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back, and it's time to introduce the Brunswick Vaporize. Now, the Vaporize has Cohesion additive in this HK22 with that Evolution Pearl wrapped around a familiar favorite in the Brunswick line, the Zone Elliptical Asymmetric Core. Now, I can't wait to see what this one does on the lanes for me, with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all of that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see this Vaporize in action. All right, let's talk about this Vaporize. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I haven't thrown this ball, but I'm already going to love it. That's it. When you have that Zone Asymmetric Core, and forever I've always stood by that the Zone Classic, the purple pearl there with the green pin, if you will, was one of the best bowling balls of all time, period. So I had that activator, that new technology at the time. Now this one's getting new technology with the Cohesion additive. That's cool, right? It's from the hammer effect. So it's in a pearl version, and we got the Zone Asymmetric Core. The numbers on this core, RG 2.478, differential 048, intermediate 017. And also you'll notice the ball has Dynamic Core 2, which was only found in the Quantum series. So let's get right into it. I got SPECTO running. I'm going to start it out. I'm going to move it in. And this is a gorgeous ball. This is a player's ball. I'm really excited to get this one out in the lanes. Let's get to it. I'm going to start it out. Starting on 15. Just cool looking with that two-color logo too. Let's do this. That ball grips. Now, even though the ball is pearl and the ball has compound finish, so it's pretty shiny out of the box, what that Cohesion additive does is it digs in and it grips. It creates traction in the oil and magnificent back end. That's all I got to say. Can't see a whole lot of flare on there yet. We're going to have to move in to find all that. So after that first shot, not too bad, 4-pin. I think just getting that speed up a little bit. First shot, you know, make your adjustment off of what you see from there. So maybe we'll keep it in the oil a little bit longer too. Or maybe I just send it out wide. Let's do its opposite day. Let's do the opposite. My brain says one thing, or mouth says one thing, my body says another. So that's 2 shots in, 4-pin, send out wide, crazy pin action everywhere. What's nice is I kind of sent that out the window and threw it harder, and the ball still recovered. Ball smells good too. People have noticed that Cohesion additive's got something in there. There we go. We're not satisfied until we split the 8-9. And that's exactly what we did. So let's start moving it in. I think we're going to see this ball really come to life as we move in. You know, what was nice about the original Zone Classic and the Vapor Zone and all that stuff is the versatility. It worked for multiple drills, multiple players, multiple zones on the lane, handled surface well, handled polish well. And this ball picks up right where that legacy, if you will, left right off. Let's move 5. Standing on 20. I can see that's flaring. My goodness. Ball just hits. That was a no-nonsense strike. The pins just 10 straight back, no problem, just crushing. So let's do that again. Let's throw one more shot in that zone. Let's see if we can't, I want to send some messengers today, I really do. That continuation, man. Finished right over the 8-pin, almost left a 9-pin there, but that's exactly what you want to see with these kind of bowling balls. Is it comes off the spot, and it looks like someone just gives it a kicks it, goes left, gets through the pins, doesn't quit. That's what we want to see. So let's move it further left. I'm like itching to get left in this video. So I'm gonna move it another 5, will be 10 left now, standing 25. All right, I'm telling you, back in the day, this core, I did a lot of damage with it. Come on! My messenger carrier percentage, let's face it, let's just be honest, let's have an honest conversation right now, is abysmal. I never carry those. When I say never, I probably carried a couple, but you'd be pretty far in between trying to find them if you're out there trying to scout them out. So let's try it again. When a ball goes behind the head pin like that, obviously it's inherently lengthy. We need that ball just to check up a little bit sooner, and there's tricks you can do. You can bring the speed down, you can get around the side of it more, or both. Uh-oh. I got around the side of it more, but I also just launched it further right. I got probably out the 2 board. Did I worry? Half a second. But once I saw it kind of dig in and do its thing, you know, you got that eye for how certain balls kind of roll. And certain bowling balls, you know, they look like they kind of lope, you know, Some bowling balls look like they spin quicker, you know, like an ice skater that's doing the little twirlies. That's what this ball does. That core, not a massive core. All right, let's do that again. Not quite, but let's do something like that. Oh my God. Let's try not to do that again. Well, I did exactly that, except for I paid the price. And here we are, 8-pin king, back at it. Can't go a video without it these days. It seems like no exception. I'm pretty sure I probably left 8 pins with the original zones, but you know, I never filmed as much of them, I guess, and now we're just seeing it all the time. All right, let's throw one more shot in there. That 8-pin, something else. I gotta get my eyes in. I'm just sending it way too far right. Better. Roll it, come on. All right. I mean, I'd rather leave an 8-pin than a 4-pin. 8-pin looks a lot cooler. And I got a t-shirt. Find those on Inside Bowling. All right, let's move another 5 left. And let's see what this ball's made of. Being shiny, you know, we might get a little over skid, but as long as I can get it to slow down and change direction, it's gonna get through the pins, I think. Yeah, my body alignment's just telling me, send it wide. I feel like I'm 25 again, throwing the original Zone Classic. Just send it out the window, let it come back. But 43-year-old me is like, yo, too far. Let's do it again. All right. Grabbed it. There we go. Definitely caught more at the bottom. And I didn't send it out as far wide. Still came behind the head pin, but I tripped out that 10, kicked it out late. So I'm gonna say that's a win. Let's throw one more shot from there. I think with just a touch of surface, just knocking it down, really come to life. Got a hook, I get it in. All right. Yeah, like I was saying, bowling balls like this, don't be afraid to hit the surface on it. You know, personally, I wouldn't out of the box, but if I'm looking to play on something a little bit more volume, I'm probably gonna hit it with just a little. Not a lot, maybe just a 2000 pad by hand. If you watch that one video with you're not using enough surface, this ball is probably a prime example for most bowlers. Touch the surface a little bit if it's going a little too long for you. But hey, maybe you bowl on some drier lanes, you need that skid and you need that flip. All right, I'm gonna move it back right a little bit. I'm gonna move to the zone where I'm like 10 left. I think that was a good one for this ball. Let's try it out. So it's 25 with my feet, a little swing out to the wide. Hopefully not to the gutter. Yep. The zone asymmetric elliptical core is back in a major way with the Vaporize. Cool bowling ball, very performance orientated. With the colors, shelf appeal, the dynamic core 2, the Cohesion additive. We've thrown all the technology we got into one of the best pearl balls I think you'll find. So that's all for today. Please check out the merch on Inside Bowling, and please subscribe, helps out the channel a lot. Talk to you guys soon on another video.